Welcome to Your Bookkeeping Matters. I'm your host, Lisa Turner, a registered BAS agent and professional bookkeeper, bringing you short, snackable bookkeeping and business matters each week to make managing your business finances easier, so business owners like you can know your numbers, feel confident, and stay on track to reach your goals. Let's get into this week's episode. Hello again, and thanks for tuning in. I'm super excited to share today's episode with you, where today I'm talking about small tweaks you can make in your bookkeeping and business habits that lead to big and sometimes life-altering changes in your business. And as always, I like to keep things short and snackable for you, so these are tweaks. They won't add more to your plate. In fact, they'll free up your time and streamline your cash flow and make running your business feel a whole lot easier. If you're thinking, yeah, right, business numbers can't be easy, well, stick with me and I'll see if I can't change your mind in this episode. But as the show's been on a bit of a break, this might be your first time tuning in and you might be wondering, who's this Lisa and how the heck does she know about all of these things? Well, I'm Lisa and I run Accounted For You, a bookkeeping practice here in Australia. With over 20 years experience working in finance and accounting, I've worked in different businesses ranging from big corporates to small businesses, and now running my own business for the last 7 years. So I know the unique challenges you face, and I'm not only sharing from my training and qualifications, but also my personal experience as a business owner, just like you. So let's dive in. First things first. Let's talk about efficiency, because nobody wants to spend hours on admin and finance things. And one of the simplest ways to streamline your bookkeeping is by reducing the time you spend on all those repetitive tasks. I always talk to my team about the processes we're doing, and the fewer mouse and keyboard clicks, the better. It's not about clock watching and how much time we're spending doing things. It's more about if something can be automated and works for your needs, why do it manually and the long way? Because the more efficient you are, the more you can get done, or even better, the quicker you can get back to other things outside your business. So, have a think about what are you doing in your business with your bookkeeping and your accounts that takes a lot of clicks and tapping away at the keyboard on your part. What can be automated or made more efficient? Is it things like leaning into bank rules to do some of the heavy lifting in your bank feed processing? Is it batching sending your expenses through? Is it offering online payment options so you don't have to manually take and process payments? Let me share an example. One of our clients was manually invoicing their regular clients every month for the same amounts, but not on the same day each month. It was sometimes a week or two late. And it took a lot of admin time to jump in and find the old invoices and copy them and create the new invoices. And sometimes there was some missed and terribly late, which then in turn led to late payments back from her clients and an extremely lumpy cash flow. Now, another client of ours invoiced the same customers fortnightly for the same goods, but with different quantities each time. And she often had to spend a few minutes double checking which invoices had already been sent out and where she was up to with them. So we helped them both and many other clients in similar situations set up what is called automatic repeating invoices in their Xero accounting software. Now, for the clients with fixed amounts and it's the same each time, the invoices are then sent out automatically by Xero. It creates the invoice and sends it out all for you. There is no manual work or intervention at all. And for goods or services with varying quantities each time an invoice needs to go out, the invoice will create itself and then it goes and sits in the drafts folder, ready for you to plug in a quick quantity update before hitting send to go out to your client. And there is no more guessing who needs an invoice or when it should go out. Now, this small tweak has made a big impact, as you would imagine. For my clients' customers, the consistency on their end of now receiving invoices on the same day each month or week has helped them manage their cash flow as well. But most importantly, for our clients, it's completely transformed our clients' cash flow by them sending invoices on a regular schedule instead of when they've got the time. Their bank balances have also improved, and they don't have to stress anymore about sitting down to do the invoicing because their process is so dialed in and smooth and efficient. And this is all thanks to a few small changes. Now, this is only one example of automation being a small tweak and changing your habit so you can have huge changes on the other end. You might be thinking it only takes a few minutes to do these invoices manually. But those minutes add up. If I had the choice of spending 5 more minutes outside in the sun instead of sitting at my desk, I know which one I pick every single time. Now, can I say also, if you're sending invoices manually through Canva or Word documents and not yet using accounting software, it's time to rethink that, because is doing it the hard way, this long way, the best use of your time? And is it the most professional way to handle invoicing? I've seen several less than ideal invoices like this come across my desk in the last few weeks alone, and honestly, it doesn't leave a great impression of you as a business owner, especially when there is GST involved and the figures are wrong because you typed them in manually yourself. So, what small efficiency gains can you make in your business? Maybe it's automating those invoices, but it could be something like streamlining your payment process of how clients pay you. My point is, these little tweaks add up and they make a massive difference for you over time. Just like small mistakes in bookkeeping can cost you more than time alone. They can eat into your bank balance, and usually they're totally preventable. So what small tweaks can you make in your bookkeeping details and processes to start seeing more big changes? And one of my favorite changes or tweaks I've seen in our clients is when they set up a dedicated check-in time each week. Instead of letting things pile up for you or your bookkeeper, try a weekly check-in. Chunk it down to make it easier to keep on top of, to find mistakes regularly and fix them, or even prevent them before they've happened. Now, we've got clients doing what they call Money Mondays or Finance Fridays, and I love that, where they block out 30 minutes or so each week to send through any invoices that myself and the team are waiting on and check, how is cash flow looking for the upcoming week? And prioritize any urgent follow-ups or things they need to do with their numbers and their bank accounts. And now they're doing these regular check-ins. What was once a big, overwhelming task to them is now a manageable habit. And I'm so proud to see the huge impact it's had on their financial confidence, their business growth, and their cash flow. Now, I talk about this all the time, getting your Xero or any accounting software set up the right way for your business. A lot of business owners don't realize how much they can do with the built-in features and automation once they customize their software. Now, I'm a Xero only practice and Xero partner, so I only speak about Xero on the show, but the point is, whichever software you're using, make sure you tailor it to your needs. What works for someone else may not work for you. If you're already a Xero user or thinking about it, I've got a free Xero Money Saver guide you can grab from the resources section on my website. Now, it walks you through some steps to make some setup changes to your Xero file in a way that saves you money, because if your setup isn't right, it could be costing you, and we definitely don't want that. You'll find the link to this in the show notes, or you can head over to accountedforyou.com.au/Xero mistakes to grab it. Now, for anyone new to Xero, that's Xero. Now, while there are endless small tweaks you can make for big impacts, if there's only one habit you start after listening today, it's this final one I'm wrapping up with. Make it be reading your reports. It might sound simple or boring, but trust me, it is seriously a game changer in so many ways. You can tell the difference between a business owner who knows their numbers from their reports and those who don't. Your bookkeeper doesn't send you reports for the fun of it. Well, actually, maybe it's fun for them to create them for you, but they honestly want you to read them. Those reports are a snapshot of your business's financial health, the good and the bad. Now, if you're unsure where to start, as those reports can hold a lot of numbers and can be a little lengthy, zoom your eyesight out and keep your focus small. For example, ask yourself, what's my gross profit and where can I find it on the report? If you're unsure, ask your bookkeeper to walk you through it. And if they're not sending you any reports, well, that's a whole other conversation. But once you've nailed down where to find your gross profit numbers, you'll naturally start asking more questions. And as you dig deeper in the reports each month, you'll build your confidence and you'll feel more in control of your business and the decisions you're making. If gross profit sounds like a little bit of boring jargon, don't worry, you can go check out my blog post, Gross Profit versus Net Profit, for a simple breakdown. But for now, the short version is, it's your total sales minus your direct costs. Like if your product base, how much your products cost you to buy are your direct costs. So once you've got your head around reading the gross profit, you can level up. You can start looking at the bigger expenses on the report. You can start tracking the profitability of each product or service you offer. It may take a bit of time to work out the numbers for this, but it is a very worthwhile exercise so that you can see if perhaps one of your products or services isn't profitable, it's eating into your other profits. So you can then work out to ditch that item, or if you don't want to, you know you need to find ways to make it profitable. And if that's tweaking your pricing or reducing your costs, a small change like this, knowing which products are profitable and which aren't, and tweaking them accordingly, this can have a big impact on your bottom line. All right, let's wrap this up. I love so many different small tweaks, but today, the ones we've looked at with big impact and the habits to change everything can lead to some major shifts in your businesses financially and you as a business owner. And this can be as simple as automating tasks to lean into efficiency and to checking in with your finances and diving into your reports. These are all simple habits to change the way you run your business and ultimately improve your bottom line and how your business is performing. Now, I want to take a moment to encourage you to pause and think about where in your business can you make a small tweak today, right now. Can you automate something you'd been putting off? Can you grab your financial reports and get comfy with them? Can you block out some time in your diary each week to do all your financy tasks? I'd love to know what's your first small tweak you'd make before I chat to you again next week. Now, if you found this episode helpful, I'd be so grateful if you could leave a review or share the episode with someone you think would enjoy this, because I love helping more business owners know their bookkeeping matters. Thanks for tuning in and have a great week.